So let's talk about it, you guys. If you don't know, Bravo just announced that they're having a new reality show and I'm on it. And it comes out June 3rd, so stay on the lookout. Actually, the past couple weeks have been a bit surreal with all the press that's been going on around it. And I feel like so many people reaching out now.
Riley Burruss has started walking a path very similar to her mother, Kandi Burruss. Just like Kandi became a household name through music, business, and reality television, Riley is stepping into the spotlight, not by choice of career yet, but by speaking openly about the family conflicts that many viewers never imagined were real. On television, people saw what looked like the perfect mother-daughter connection between Kandi and Riley. Cameras painted a picture filled with luxury, sparkle, and smiles, almost like a fairy tale family written for reality TV.
My mom is Kandi Burruss, and people might remember me from Real Housewives of Atlanta as a kid.
I'm a TV person in Montana's on.
You saying you'd rather not talk to me and watch TV? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
No.
But Riley revealed that the story wasn't as smooth as fans believed. She admitted that many times she felt less like a child and more like a brand being marketed to the world. Growing up surrounded by cameras, producers, and fans meant that her personal experiences could easily become another storyline or a shocking twist. Meanwhile, Kandi Burruss is known as a powerhouse in the entertainment world. To many, she's not just a cast member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but a proven Grammy-winning songwriter and a smart businesswoman. With hit songs like No Scrubs under her belt and successful businesses adding millions to her empire, she has built a reputation as both an entertainer and a strategist. Kandi represents glamour and ambition, a boss woman who can handle anything. But Riley's honest comments show that behind the shine and financial success lies a complicated family dynamic with costs that are rarely talked about.
Right now, I'm just in the phase of what lane do I want to have?
Okay, what's the options?
I want to do something you haven't done.
Okay.
I want to be a
DJ.
Okay, Brooklyn.
So I feel like DJing is cool because it's still music.
Law school is still off the table?
Maybe in a few years.
In a personal video posted online, Riley spoke about the emotional struggles she faced while growing up between two strong personalities, her mother, Kandi, and her grandmother, Mama Joyce. For years, Riley tried to balance their influence in her life, while also dealing with Kandi's marriage to Todd Tucker, a man who instantly became the center of conflict. Mama Joyce was outspoken about her dislike of Todd from the very beginning. Their relationship started back in 2011 during filming for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and almost immediately, Mama Joyce began criticizing Todd. She questioned his appearance, doubted his financial stability, and expressed her belief that he couldn't provide the kind of life Kandi deserved. Still, despite the constant criticism, Kandi and Todd moved forward with their relationship. They got engaged in January 2013 and exchanged vows in April 2014. But Riley remembers the days leading up to that wedding very clearly. According to her, the tension between Mama Joyce and Todd exploded right before the ceremony.
As a Black woman, you're the minority, and it's okay. You have learned how to, make friends in all different circles from all walks of life, and that's one thing that I'm proud of you about, and you're not afraid to speak up for yourself, which you should not be. He's gonna have to learn to deal with Black women, and if this is his first lesson, then let that be it.
This revelation exposed a very raw side of Kandi's private life. For years, viewers only saw arguments edited for TV, but Riley confirmed that the disagreements at home were far more intense. According to her, much of the family drama recorded in season 6 of the show was too sensitive to broadcast. The producers had footage, but decided it was too personal for public viewing. Mama Joyce didn't stop at using words. She took action. At one point, financial moves were made to freeze investments connected to a restaurant business, leaving Kandi in an impossible position. She was torn between the loyalty she felt to her mother and the commitment she wanted to build with Todd. While the public was entertained by episodes full of dramatic exchanges, Riley was stuck in the middle. She remembered quiet nights where tension filled the house, vacations that felt forced rather than joyful, and phone calls that ended coldly. For a teenager, living in such a storm was overwhelming. Riley also questioned Todd's intentions. From her perspective, Todd seemed like someone who might be using her mother's fame and fortune as a stepping stone for his own career. Before marrying Kandi, Todd worked behind the scenes in television production. Marrying a high-profile woman like Kandi placed him in front of the cameras and gave him a platform. Rumors even spread that Todd once dated another woman for years, but ended things when he realized she could not offer him the financial growth or status he desired. As Kandi's daughter, Riley naturally felt protective. She admitted that she didn't hate Todd, but always kept in mind what others were saying, that he was only chasing her mother's money. That pressure made their relationship uneasy. Over time, Riley and Todd managed to find a level of understanding, though she explained that things never felt entirely normal between them. Her concerns became more visible during her 16th birthday. Kandi decided to surprise Riley with a brand new Porsche Cayenne, a luxury vehicle most teens could only dream of driving. Todd was furious about the purchase, saying it was irresponsible and spoiled Riley. He argued that a first car should have been something simple, like a Honda Civic. Their argument reportedly became heated, and Kandi shut it down by reminding Todd that she had bought the gift with her own money. This situation highlighted a major gap between Todd and Kandi, their finances. While Kandi's wealth gave her the freedom to make big decisions without hesitation, Todd didn't have the same resources. Riley mentioned that her mother often used her success as a weapon during arguments, throwing her financial superiority in Todd's face whenever they clashed. The couple's disagreements became so frequent that rumors of divorce began spreading. To address the tension, Kandi and Todd joined therapy sessions. In those sessions, both admitted that their demanding work schedules created distance in their marriage. They had become excellent business partners, but their romance was suffering. Todd confessed that chasing success left them with little time to nurture their bond. Kandi admitted the same, recognizing that constant work obligations pulled her away from her family. Todd voiced frustration that Kandi often prioritized acting roles, business meetings, and new projects over family time. He stressed the importance of slowing down and making room for meaningful moments at home. At the heart of their struggles was a clash between career and family life. Todd wanted more quality time, while Kandi felt pressure to keep building her empire. Their arguments revealed how difficult it can be for couples to balance ambition with love. Todd also opened up about the sacrifices he had made. He had left behind his career as a television producer, something he truly loved, to focus on supporting Kandi's ventures. In his words, he felt like he was constantly trying to prove that he was good enough, not only for Kandi, but for her mother, Mama Joyce, and even the world watching from the outside. The stress left him feeling unfulfilled, even though he had helped create a successful business with Kandi. During one emotional therapy session, Kandi broke down in tears. She told Todd that she would never put her family second, but she admitted she often struggled to find balance. Even when she was exhausted and running on no sleep, she explained that she would still show up for other people if they needed her. That habit of always putting work and obligations first had become a problem in her personal life. This moment echoed one of Riley's biggest complaints, that her mother sometimes treated family members like parts of a brand, rather than individuals with emotions. As the drama continued, Riley gave more insight into the daily struggles she faced growing up in such a tense household. Behind the cameras and red carpets, she lived through arguments that felt endless and decisions that placed her in the middle of her mother, grandmother, and stepfather. She admitted that even though she was grateful for the opportunities and the luxurious life her mother provided, those gifts often came with heavy emotional costs. Her Porsche, a car most teenagers would dream of, became more of a symbol of conflict than joy. While her friends celebrated with her, she remembered the shouting match it caused between her mom and Todd. To Riley, it wasn't just a car, it was proof that her family was divided in ways money couldn't fix. The truth Riley shared sparked conversations online, with many fans debating whether Kandi was prioritizing her daughter's happiness or creating unnecessary tension with Todd. Some defended Riley's right to speak out, saying that children in wealthy families often feel overlooked or objectified, treated like status symbols instead of loved as individuals. Others argued that Riley should have kept private matters off the internet, claiming that exposing these details only made family wounds deeper. Meanwhile, Mama Joyce continued to be a strong presence in the story. Riley recalled countless nights where her grandmother's voice dominated the room, criticizing Todd's intentions and financial position. Joyce believed Todd married into the family for comfort, not love. According to Riley, those opinions never faded, even after years passed and Todd became more involved in the family's businesses. This constant criticism left Riley torn. On one hand, she respected her grandmother's protective nature, especially since Joyce had been there during her childhood when Kandi's career kept her busy. On the other hand, she saw how these harsh words strained her mother's marriage and created walls between family members who should have been building stronger connections. The therapy sessions between Kandi and Todd became a major turning point, though they also exposed just how fragile their bond was. Todd's confessions about giving up his production career hit Riley hard. She explained that his words helped her understand his frustrations better, but it didn't erase the doubts she once had. In her eyes, he was still adjusting to living in Kandi's shadow, and that imbalance would always weigh on their marriage. Kandi's emotional breakdown during therapy also opened new wounds. She admitted she often prioritized business over family without realizing it. To Riley, those words felt like confirmation of everything she had been saying all along, that in the glittering world of reality TV and music, she was seen more as part of Kandi's brand than as a daughter with her own feelings and needs. After Riley spoke out publicly, fans quickly took sides. Some insisted that Mama Joyce needed to respect her daughter's decisions, arguing that no one, not even a mother, should control who a grown woman marries. Others focused on Todd, questioning whether he truly sacrificed for love or if financial security was his main motivation. One of the biggest debates came down to gender dynamics. People asked, would Todd's role have been questioned this much if he had been the wealthier spouse? Would Mama Joyce still doubt him if the traditional roles were reversed? For Riley, these questions highlighted the unfair lens through which her family was constantly judged. Despite all the conflict, Riley stressed that she did not hate Todd. Instead, she described their relationship as complicated but improving. Over time, they managed to reach a form of understanding, even if it wasn't perfect. She admitted that peace in their household often came in small doses, less fighting, more conversations, but never without an undercurrent of tension. Even now, Riley feels the weight of being caught between two strong personalities. She knows her grandmother loves her deeply, but sometimes wonders if Joyce's protectiveness crossed into control. She appreciates her mother's success and drive, but wishes Kandi could slow down enough to see her as more than part of the family empire. The fans, however, remain divided. Many praised Riley for her honesty, saying her bravery in speaking up could help other children of famous parents who feel unheard. Some even compared her to other reality TV kids who eventually revealed the pressures of living under the spotlight. Others, though, accused her of betraying family trust and argued that public exposure would only make private healing harder. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Riley has stepped out of the background. No longer just the daughter of a famous star, she's using her own voice to share the truth about what happens behind the glitz. Whether her family chooses to respond or stay silent, Riley has already changed the way the public views the Burruss household. Her message is powerful. Even in families built on fame, money, and influence, the struggles are very human. Children want to feel loved, not branded. Wives want to balance career and home without sacrificing one for the other. And mothers, no matter how strong, must eventually accept that their children's choices may not reflect their own ideals. This story is far from over, but Riley's decision to speak out has already sparked conversations that go beyond reality TV. It's about family, respect, and the universal challenge of balancing love with ambition. So as we watch how Kandi, Todd, and Mama Joyce navigate the fallout, we're left wondering, can love, family, and business ever truly mix without leaving scars? And that brings us to the end of Riley's truth. Behind the glitz, this family faces struggles like any other. Do you think Kandi, Todd, and Mama Joyce can truly find peace? Share your thoughts below. Hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates.